Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5, a rollover crash at a busy Richland interchange. What details have emerged as an investigation is now underway. Plus, a major breakthrough impacting cleanup efforts at one of the nation's most contaminated nuclear sites. And for years, the Pasco School District struggled to fill open positions for bus drivers. We'll tell you about a first-time event that's looking to change that. And we do have meteorologist Tiffany Savona in for Stacy Lee tonight. Will the weekend bring a chance of showers? Find out. Your News at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin is on assignment. Well, you may have noticed a big plume of smoke in Benton County after a vegetation fire broke out at around 2:30 this afternoon. It happened near Interstate 82 and East Christensen Road. That's where we find Apple Valley News Now's Austin Reed, who joins us live from the scene. So, Austin, what are you learning about the firefighting efforts right now?
Wendy, talk about a different scene from around 2:18 when the fire was first reported. We've just hit the 5 o'clock hour, and as you can see, the fire is under control. Mop-up stages have begun. We know the fire scorched 200 acres, and I'm going to bring in interim fire chief Michael Hefner with Kennewick Fire Department. Michael, thanks for joining us. So, as we are going to be talking, we're going to play back some video for you which showed the fire break out and how big it was. So, Deputy Chief, thank you so much for joining us. Give us the lowdown of how this all started.
Some passerbys on the highway saw some very heavy black smoke in the area of Christensen Road and I-82. Very, very dry conditions still here, so very active fire. Started about 300 by 300 feet, and as you reported on, the wind blew the fire in a southern direction, exploded to about 200 acres.
We know that there were 2 helicopters, is that right?
We had a helicopter and 2 aircraft, so 3 total vehicles up in the sky dropping water from above.
The good news, I want to confirm something. Was this in the city limits, or was it Benton County?
We believe this is Benton County Fire District 1. This road right here, Christensen Road, is right at the edge of the recent annexation into the city, so we work very closely, partner with Benton County 1, partner together to get this fire punched out.
No evacuations were in effect. However, if this fire jumped the interstate, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, absolutely. We would start doing level 1 evacuations, letting people know to get ready to go, and elevate if we needed to a level 2 or a level 3 go now evacuation.
The good news, the winds were light. They picked up now, but earlier this afternoon they were light, and at least we didn't see the 90s.
Yeah, and we were also fortunate that a couple of farmers in the area had their disc implements out here and offered to help build some containment line. We always make sure that they're at a safe distance, but very, very helpful in these situations.
Chief Hefner, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. So that's the very latest reporting live in Benton County, right off Christensen Road. I'm Austin Reed for Apple Valley News Now. Wendy, I'll send it back to you.
Good news there. Thank you so much, Austin. Well, switching now to weather, we have seen temperatures in the 80s this week, but we do want to check in with meteorologist Tiffany Savona in for Stacy Lee tonight to find out how long it will last.
And those 80s will continue right into the weekend, Wendy. We saw 80s again today, and I just want to touch on the fire that Austin was just talking about. Here's a map to kind of give you some perspective. This is the Christensen fire, like he mentioned, in South Kennewick, right along I-82, the interstate there, and East Christensen Road. So that is where that fire was burning earlier. Now Austin reporting that it is under control. And like he mentioned, we really haven't seen seen much wind today, thankfully, and our humidity now at about 27%, so it could be a lot lower. And there was a little bit of smoke on the horizon there, a little bit of haze as we take a live look out of our studio camera here in Kennewick. Here are the winds. They're out of the north and northwest. That's why that smoke did move farther south. But you could see in Tri-Cities only about a 5-mile-per-hour wind, so we are incredibly lucky because it could have been a lot worse. Temperatures are in the 80s, 86 in Tri-Cities, 85 in Hermiston, 88 at Hanford, and 85 in Hermiston. So this evening, temperatures will be dropping through the 80s. We'll end up around 79 right before sunset, and then 60s as we get closer to midnight. We'll let you know how long the warmth continues and when it'll start to feel more like fall. Coming up. Wendy, back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Well, a rollover crash off of I-182 in Richland caused a significant delay this afternoon. Take a look. Emergency crews responded to an area of the interstate just before the George Washington Way exit. A truck had rolled into the median and the driver was stuck inside, we're told. Traffic continued to be held up past the Broadmoor exit for about 45 minutes until the crash cleared. At least one person was detained at the scene. We'll continue to give you updates at AppleValleyNewsNow.com just as soon as we get them. The Pasco School District, like many across the country, is facing a shortage of bus drivers. The district says the shortage is one of its biggest challenges, with around 98 drivers currently and 178 buses in fleet. However, the district is looking to fill around 60 positions. To help fill the gap, Pasco is hosting its first ever bus driver job fair. It'll be next Saturday at the Transportation Center on Stearman Avenue. Officials say that some people could potentially even apply on site at the event or be interviewed for the position at the job fair.
The people that join us will be able to bring or get onto the bus, experience get behind the wheel, not actually drive it at that time, but we'll have, our lead trainer here, some trainers, some staff. If they like the feel for it, we'll also give them the opportunity to apply for the job here on site.
Officials say the event is from 10 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon, and again, that is next Saturday. More than 1,200 seasonal workers won't be returning to work after the state of Washington's Employment Security Department announced they will be laid off. AG Management Group LLC out of Yakima says it's laying off 1,276 seasonal workers starting November 19th. Also announced today, Cascade View Fruit and Cold Storage out of Sela. They announced it will lay off 263 seasonal workers, that one starting November 16th. At this time, no reasoning behind the layoffs has been released. Earlier this year, though, we reported layoffs were expected due to a number of factors. To find out why, just head on over to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. A major breakthrough in eastern Washington's nuclear cleanup efforts. The Department of Energy has given the green light for Hanford's vitrification plant to begin operations. The Department of Energy clears the way for Hanford's vitrification plant to begin treating radioactive waste. The approval comes after 23 years of construction delays and meets a federal court deadline to start operations by October 15th. The $30 billion project employs nearly 3,000 workers in the Tri-Cities. It represents a major step in cleaning up one of the nation's most contaminated nuclear sites.
Every time a new administration comes in, somebody looks at the amount of money that it takes to clean up nuclear waste that's been stored in tanks and says, this costs too much. We ought to be able to do it cheaper. So I would say to our current colleagues over at the Department of Energy, you need to look at history and think twice.
DOE Secretary Chris Wright faces questions about mixed signals from his department, but commits to the cleanup mission. Contractors now have less than a month to prove the plant can safely process real radioactive waste. Success would mark an historic milestone in protecting the Columbia River from leaking underground tanks. Communities across the Tri-Cities are preparing for climate change with new plans to handle extreme heat, wildfire smoke, drought, and more. Local leaders say it's the first time climate planning is required under state law. The Benton-Franklin Council of Governments, along with Benton County and the cities of Kennewick, Pasco, Richland, and West Richland, are working together on what's called the Tri-Cities Regional Climate Element. It's all part of a new state law that requires every city and county to address climate in their long-range comprehensive plans.
Now they have to include climate. And then under that, they have to do those strategies and policies for reducing like greenhouse gas emissions, like VMT, vehicle miles traveled, or response and recovery.
The draft plan is out now, and the public has until October 8th to give any feedback. The final regional climate element is expected to be adopted later this fall before all 5 jurisdictions complete their updated comprehensive plans in 2026. ABC's decision to indefinitely pull Jimmy Kimmel's late night show from the airwaves has sparked concerns about the Trump administration cracking down on free speech. Karen Caifa reports from Washington.
President Donald Trump traveling in the United Kingdom Thursday, brushing off free speech concerns after ABC's sidelining of late-night host Jimmy Kimmel back home.
He said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk, and Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent.
Kimmel's indefinite suspension was announced Wednesday, and just hours after Federal Communications Commission Chair Brendan Carr threatened to take action against ABC and parent company Disney if they did not address comments Kimmel made about the MAGA movement's reaction to the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Carr on CNBC Thursday morning said broadcast television licenses require a certain standard.
I've been clear, we're reinvigorating the FCC's enforcement of public interest, and it's a good thing.
But some Democrats fear a Trump administration crackdown on free speech and expression.
Donald Trump, in the wake of the tragic murder of Charlie Kirk, has decided to exploit that tragedy to try to silence his political opponents. I think Kimmel is just the beginning.
Some Republicans arguing ABC simply made a business decision.
ABC is a private company, and they can make their own choices on who they want to wear their brand, so to speak.
Despite declining viewership for late-night TV, Kimmel's program has been holding an audience, especially among the key demographic of viewers ages 25 to 54. In Washington, I'm Karen Caifa.
The network's announcement came after Nexstar, which owns dozens of ABC affiliates, said it would not air Kimmel's program for the foreseeable future. Following this newscast, ABC World News Tonight with David Muir reports on the critical vote on recommendations for vaccines and continues their coverage of President Trump's visit to the UK. Then be sure to stay with us for the news at 6 o'clock as we'll pick up with more local headlines. In the meantime, though, we do have a quick programming note we want to tell you about regarding Jimmy Kimmel Live and this station. Let us read a statement on this matter from Cap KVUE. On Wednesday, ABC and its parent company Disney made the decision to suspend Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely across the country and on this station. Cap KVUE, Apple Valley News Now, is an ABC affiliate, but our station had no input on this decision to remove the show. Currently, ABC provides network programming and controls which shows get delivered to our station. Apple Valley News Now will continue to be focused on serving our local viewers with quality local news and community service programming. Our commitment to that is unwavering. Up next here on the news at 5, the Central Washington State Fair is about to kick off in Yakima. We'll tell you what treats vendors are serving up out there and take a look at this live picture here out from Pasco. Tiffany is coming back with a look at your full First Alert weather forecast when we return.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.99% APR on a 2025 Accord.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Hey there, cool cats and groovy gals. Looking for a place where the good times roll? Cruise into Town Square Adult Day Center in Kennewick, where the jukebox is jumping and the vibes are always good. Games, music, laughs, and a crew that treats you like solid gold. Way more fun than sitting at home watching the tube. Don't be a square. Make every day a blast from the past. Check out our early enrollment specials. Town Square Adult Day Center, where feeling young at heart is always in style.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
Welcome back, everybody. Fair season is almost wrapping up, but one more exciting fair awaits. The Central Washington State Fair in Yakima. The fair is set to kick off tomorrow, September 19th, and runs through September 28th. Kathy Kramer, President and CEO of the Central Washington Fair Association, shares the magic behind the fair's spirit. 80% tradition, 20% innovation. She says this year marks a delicious milestone for a beloved fair concession.
Believe it or not, Lamb Burgers is celebrating their 100th year at the fair. You want to talk about a tradition? They have been bringing lamb burgers and that famous relish to this fair for 100 years. So stop by and tell them congratulations. So you can see many of these vendors. A couple years ago, Young Life with their barbecue sandwiches just celebrated 50 years. Many of our nonprofits, you know, the elephant ears. So we're going to have all your famous the corn, you know, the hand-dipped corn dogs, the elephant ears, all those things that you've been part of tradition.
Anybody else getting hungry? Man, that sounds good right about now. Other fresh fair food arrivals this year include an old-fashioned soda stand and a fish and chips stand. There will also be a special edition Cowabunga beer in partnership with Variety and Sunnyside, a limited edition brew available exclusively at the fair. The 49th annual Chicken Dance competition was held between students at Christ the King Catholic School in Richland this morning. This was all part of the Sausage Fest that the school hosts every year. Kids were decked out in different costumes. There was a Taylor Swift theme, disc jockeys, cheerleaders, and painters, and they were all trying to wow the judges with their moves. This year's winners, though, 2 golfers.
So tell me, you guys won. What do you think?
Cool.
Why'd you guys decide to do golf as the theme?
Because we like sports.
How about you?
I love golf. I used to do golf.
Ah, very good. Our very own Austin Reed was one of the judges this year, along with Miss Tri-Cities Teen. As for the Sausage Fest, well, that kicks off tomorrow night on the school grounds and will continue on Saturday. Admission is free.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Another warm day all across the region on this Thursday, but we do have a new fire that broke out in South Kennewick, and you can see a little bit of the smoke on the horizon there in the background. So we'll continue to monitor that, and we'll have updates throughout the newscast. But the rest of us enjoying that sunshine that we've seen. Now, I do want to show you our Futurecast surface smoke because our upper level winds are going to shift overnight and into tomorrow, more out of the north and west. So that'll push some of that smoke from the wildfires, the Labor Mountain, the Wildcat, from our north in our direction. So we could be dealing with some haze, with some smoke in the area as we head into your Friday before things start to dissipate as we take you into Friday night and Saturday when those winds switch up once again. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s. Another day of this, 86 in Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, 85 in Hermiston and Pendleton, 87 in Connell, and 85 degrees in Yakima. Now the winds are rather light, which is good news for those that are fighting the new fire in Kennewick. Winds right now anywhere between 5 and about 14 miles per hour, a little bit stronger there up in the Kittitas Valley. So tonight we will see some haze out there, a few clouds from time to time as an upper level disturbance passes overhead. Overnight tomorrow morning we'll be down into the mid to upper 50s, so a pretty similar start to what it felt like outside this morning. Now Friday afternoon we're looking at plenty of sunshine. We'll have that haze, that smoke in the air, so it will appear like that sunshine is filtered a bit out there, but we're still going to warm things up with high temperatures back up into the mid and upper 80s, well above average for this time of year. The Sausage Fest starts tomorrow evening, and if you're headed to that event, it's going to be pretty warm as it starts up at 5 o'clock, but you may want to bring that sweater or that light jacket. Once the sun sets, temperatures will be dropping through the 70s and even end up in the 60s as that event wraps up tomorrow night, and it will start up again on Saturday as well. We also have the Central Washington State Fair kicking off tomorrow. It'll be a warm start to the fair in Yakima, 86 degrees with some haze. The wind picks up Saturday and Sunday. We'll have to keep an eye on that because that could elevate our fire potential out there. Saturday should be the warmest day. Then we cool things down with our next cold front. It'll bring us a chance for a couple of showers, especially in the morning hours for Yakima and the Yakima Valley, as temperatures drop off into the 70s. So for Tri-Cities, warm today, tomorrow, and on Saturday, and then we'll see that temperature drop off. Slight chance for a spotty shower late morning around the middle of the day, and then we'll see the sun back out Sunday afternoon. Fall officially begin on Monday. That's where we should be for this time of year, but then we warm it up once again before the pattern becomes more unsettled by the middle to end of next week. In Yakima, the hottest day will be Saturday, and then we cool things off. A few widely scattered showers possible early Sunday, and then the sun will be back out. So Sunday, not a bad day. Walla Walla, same story. We do have a slight chance for a shower a little bit later on in the day, and then fall looking pretty nice, 78, 80s as we head into the middle of next week. And Hermiston, we could get close to 90 on Saturday. Slight chance for a shower on Sunday, and then we warm it back up by Tuesday and Wednesday.
Looks good. Your Spotlight is next.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Bravo RV, we're gearing up for a huge event you will not want to miss out on.
The Forest River National Sales Event is on now. For a limited time, you can save big across our entire lineup of Forest River products. There's still time to get out, go camping, and make unforgettable memories. With Forest River, you'll find the perfect RV built for your journey and perfected for your stay. Don't wait. These amazing deals won't last long. Broadmoor RV, we make camping fun.
with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
At Fred's, not only do we guarantee the best prices, we prove it. Our live price card keeps things transparent, showing you real-time prices. No gimmicks, just the best prices on in-stock, get-it-today inventory. And when it comes to beating the big box stores, our prices aren't just competitive, they're unbeatable. Check out how we stack up. Whether it's this amazing new fridge or this energy-efficient dishwasher, Fred's prices are always the best. At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
Now through September 30th, get up to a $7,500 federal tax credit on a Ford Mustang Mach-E or F-150 Lightning. They're perfect for visiting friends across town or road trips across the country. And with the Ford Power Promise, get a complimentary home charger and standard installation. Save big on these all-electric vehicles that are smooth, fast, and fun. Hurry, the $7,500 federal tax credit on Mustang Mach-E and F-150 Lightning ends September 30th. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Head to Queensgate Gardens in Richland for some fall family fun. Explore our corn and hay bale maze, zoom down the dump truck slide, and try our pumpkin archery. Get creative with pumpkin painting, play laser tag, and enjoy our U-Pick flower fields. Make fall memories at Queensgate Gardens in Richland.
Lions, Ravens, Monday Night Football at 5. Apple Valley News Now.
Yakima County Sheriff's Deputy C.J. Ramos graduated from the Washington State Basic Law Enforcement Academy, but that wasn't all. His classmates voted him the best patrol partner, and he earned an award for best overall tactics. Deputy Ramos will now start his field training in Yakima County. Have an idea for the spotlight? Just share it with us on social media. Your reason to smile when we come back.
Apple Valley News Now, the official television home of the Seattle Kraken.
Imagine a night where the sound takes over and the beat stays with you. The Hallucination takes the stage at Wild Horse Resort and Casino on September 20th. This dynamic duo fuses indigenous music with dubstep, hip-hop, drums, and bass. Get ready for an electrifying live show, open to ages 15 and up. More than a show, it's a ceremony of sounds featured in Coachella, major films, Fortnite, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app.
Why do patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
It matters late at night. It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alex. Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have convenient locations right in your neighborhood with pharmacists ready to get to know you. Where you get your medicine matters.
Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Take off for a magical flight over the Walla Walla Valley, home to some awesome world-class wines.
A grape is super dependent on the sense of place and where it's grown. And Walla Walla is a great example of that.
Fly the North